also hello lovely people of Twitch and YouTube. We are back again with our coding challenge, and we are at episode 7, I believe. So yeah, let's start from where we left, and here we are. So let me zoom out first and reorganize everything. So I guess this is not what we need. But yes, everything else is all set up. So we can close this as well. And let's see what we need. So what are our plans today? Last time, I guess we upgraded our speed of our actual drone, which is epic. There we go, that's way faster. And now we can simply go to start and start doing carrots. As for now, they are our most important resource. So let's see how it's gonna go, and let's focus on what our next goal are. So while this is going on, let's see the actual window for unlocking. As you can see, we are here at max speed. And for next, I would say we have to go for the trees to unlock the pumpkins. And actually we can do it already. So let's unlock the tree. So let's see. Just like bushes, they can be planted. And okay, this is interesting. So what it means is that we have to have a space in between for trees. And in return, they give us more wood. My question is, though, which part is more effective? So we have now 6 times 6. And we can build this way that if we have the current formation as it is, what we can do is plant on the even part only the even numbers with trees, and then the odd part only the odd number of, let's say, columns. And then I guess it should be great. So let's start doing some tree growing. Let's pause this. Let's first harvest all to have a clean playground. And let me check our gimme wood. Come on, here it is. So here it is. Let's zoom it in. And let's start with the following. So we can have this here and this here. So Now, what do we want? We can take any anything. So if even, answer this way. So first of all, we harvest as usual, but here we add additional if. Wrong language. Now, if let's see if now let me rethink that. So first of all, if I just do is even wrong symbol, let me check which keyboard I already have. So if is even, oh, so the mic is way too far from me. Here we go. So if is even, then, so if is even, let's say, here we have x, right, plant tree, entities tree, here we go, and let's test it. Okay, we cannot do it this way. Why? Why can't we do it like this? Wait a second. Is even has never been defined. Correct. Because the tutorial is a bit weird. Now, usually it should be enough, according to many languages, to do like this. X percentage 2. So then we can have this. And now it should be like this. Okay. The problem is though, of course, it's growing way more incorrect than I thought about it. And as you can see, they grow very, very weird. So let's rethink that. So first of all, what do we want? We want it to grow on each of these, which is wrong. If I do it now with x2 equals 0, let's see how it's, let's harvest everything first. Okay, so that means that this somehow does not work. And my question is following. Why cannot we do it like this first? So, after each loop, I want to have it with go to start. So instead of having this like this way, I want to have it with the go to start. And we should have it imported somewhere. There it is. So let's first unlock this function. now we can have the functions of our own, which is epic. And also we want to import stuff. Perfect. There we go. So now we can actually change our code in, for example, go to start session. And let we define the part here with def. Let's name it go to start, go to hello. Yeah, indeed. So far so good. So far so good. Finally in a holiday for a week. But yeah, I did switch to evening streams more or less. Therefore, that's why we don't see us so often. So let's define this as a go to start. Have it as a function. And we should do it like this, if I'm not mistaken. So this will give us a function that will allow us always to go to the starting point. And if now I do, for example, a new line here, import. Well, they have just started, so it's a bit hard to tell. But yeah, the problem is I'm such a workaholic that it's almost December and I come to my HR and ask, hey man, how much holidays do I still have left? And they're like, well, you have like 14 days or so. And I already have my holiday for the New Year's already taken. So with that, I had like 14 days on top. So, yeah, I had to just stick around a couple of weeks, just not to let them burn, because I mean, I like holidays. By the way, let's turn on the lighting. So yeah, I just had to have a week somewhere, and now it's an amazing time to actually have it. So let's change this 2 lines to go to start. Go to start. By the way, how does the import work in this game? Let's see one more time. So here we should have import. Go to start. Dot go to start. There we go. And now I hope our math should be correct. So now let's first harvest everything. There we go. And now let's test this part. Okay, something is definitely not correct. Let's test it again. So, the x is here. This always is the same. So why doesn't it work as I expected. Oh, I guess I know why. Because this one is a bit trickier than I thought. Let's think about it. So what we want to have is X and Y. I guess I know what I want to change. I want, instead of X, I can use actual function, which will be get both X, for example. And this should return me exactly the value which I want to have. So we can have now the empty field once again. Let's wait for it a bit. There we go. And one more time. How much? 100. Here 100. And here also almost 100. This is 4. This is 1. So 0 zeros here. 5 zeros here. Okay, let's see. Again, have a solve. There we go. And now let's retry give me wood option. And this. And now it works as we want to. However, I want to stop it again, and I want to make it a bit differently. So I want to have it also in the Y section. So then let's rethink how we want to have it. What we can do is the following. We add here another if although, let me think about it. Since we have imports, we can do it a bit differently. First, what I want to do is I want to go here and change the name of this part to, let's say, utilities. Enter. And now I need to change it, of course, here as well. Let's see. Here we have utilities. And also here we have utilities. This is step number 1. Utilities. That's the first thing. Next, if you think about it, then how we can do it is that if we have an equal remaining part by division by 2, then we have the optimal place for our tree growing. And for that, we will define another function. if you are here, that would be very nice to clean up the chat a bit. But if not, I'll do it myself. Let's see here. Let's go to the dashboard and get rid of spammers as usual. We don't want our chat to be spammed. I guess no one does. So here we go. And let's just have it here like this and just ban the person. Perfect. So now the chat should be clean and tidy. Now, here we have decided this problem. Now to the interesting part. We will have another function which we will call should grow trees. Or even not should grow, but should plant trees. Always keep in mind to have your names logical and correct. And this will return the value like this. If do we need to return here? I'm not sure. But let's do it as I would do it myself. Get. By the way, we can hide already this part. We can open up more space here. There we go. Return. Like, first of all, we need brackets. That's the easiest part to fix. Return. And here we can do the following. Get post x percentage 2 is equal to get post y get plus y also percentage 2, not 3 but 2. There we go. And now to make it more readable, let's add some spaces in between. Like this. And let's first again harvest everything. Perfect. And now we go here and we can remove this part completely. And actually, we don't even need the else clause here at all. Like, not like this, of course. Let me rewind that. But here we can do utilities, this, that should plant trees. Perfect. And this now becomes another if clause. Here we need the brackets as its function. Perfect. And here we go. Land. Entities. Dot tree. Nice. Tree. Here we go. Let's test it out, shall we? Yes. Now this is what I love to see. Perfect. Now, this allows us to, first of all, get the trees as fast as possible. And as you can see, our amount of resources is totally growing. And what's more important, they don't require any grass, which is also very nice. So, now we have done this. Let's see if we have anything else to unlock. I thought we now need the randomizer. I guess it's required later on. Do we have anything to upgrade? Yeah, here they are. So we have upgrade for carrots. We have upgrade. We can unlock pumpkins, but I don't think we need it at the moment. We can unlock grass quality, which is nice to have, so let's do it. So this is in progress. And we need to make up trees even faster, correct? And to do that, we can do the better handling of the grass itself. Perfect. Now what can we unlock more? Let's unlock water. Now we can also unlock fertilizer. And now it's actually gonna be very easy for us because the trees are used all around the globe. So what we can do is we can, well, I don't want to actually use my water yet. I guess it's gonna be useful later on. So let's save the water for now. Let's see how can we optimize even this part. So let's count. We have now, in theory, 6 by 6 grid, right? So how can we optimize also carrots? Interesting. Well, the first thing I want to do is to stop it right here. Not with a breakpoint, but actually stop it. And let me think. What I want to do is I want to have this also as a function. So let's define it as get wood from trees. From trees. Nice. This allows us, actually, we can move the import even above, right here. Perfect. And here we can move this part also like this to have it in the correct way. The only thing I'm unsure about is currently the while clause, because that will not allow us to use it to it will not allow us to use it too much safe. How can we change it? Well, we can do the following. We can have here parameter. So let's have some more brackets, and so we have vertical as a y. So we want the horizontal part. Let's name it horizontal limit. Right. Nice. And now we do if get position x, which will return us the current state of drone is less than horizontal limit. A limit. And then we do this, right? So how should it work? If I now go here down below, and let's see, I say get wood, and I guess I can complete. And then with the end of the, oh, it's not working in the game, which is kind of annoying. Usually in most of developer tools, you can just simply select the value or any string by double click, which is useful. So let's do this, and let's do 4, for example. Then we click at harvest all. Here we need a colon, and let's try it out. No, it does not work as I thought it should. So if this is less than, why doesn't it work as I thought it should? X4. So if it's less, let's try again. No, but still does not work, which is kind of interesting. Let's do here 1, just for the sake of testing. So like this, let's have it like here. Let's collect all the trees and let's do it like this. Okay, so it doesn't work in general. So this is X. Oh, of course it doesn't work, because this part should be not here, it should be here. And now we need to rearrange the code a bit. So let's go this way, like this. This can go. And now we have this part, this part, this part. But this one can go one line above, like this. And now we should plant only one row of trees. And the first thing, last thing I want to add is at start of each block, we use utilities that go to start. And now the trick should be that we begin always at the top. And now it works as I thought. Perfect. So this one should be like, give me wood. We can leave it as it is. And the question is, how do we add it to the carrot section? So this can be closed for now. Put it right here. So we can use here the new file, but I think we should do it a bit differently. But this idea we will keep as a comment with following text, like here. Idea for episode 8, I guess, because this should be episode 7, 8. Rework carrot automation. Perfect. And we'll stop right here and continue with this next week. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and see you very soon. Have a nice